Well, welcome everybody. Welcome once again to the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, December 2024. And I'm Ron Olesko. I'm the director of folkmusicnotebook.com, a 24/7 internet radio channel. And I've also been lucky to be the MC of these wonderful monthly gatherings. And tonight, yes, you've noticed we started an hour earlier. Your clocks are fine. We just got here early because we have got a really packed lineup tonight because it's our year-end show. And we're also going to be taking a little hiatus after this program. And I'll tell you more about that later on. But let me tell you about who's coming up tonight. In just a few moments, we'll be hearing from Dave Rowe, Tenny Rain, Louie Lou Lewis, Miranda Hardy, Alex Radis, Friction Farm, Kate Goldman, the Cat Goldman, excuse me, Walt Michael, David Massagill, Natalia Zuckerman, and Tom Rush. What a great evening. Some old friends, some new friends, and I think you're going to enjoy what we have to offer. Now, as you probably know by now, if you've been joining us every month, this is a free concert. It's our gift to the community, celebrating the music and traditions and the ongoing tradition that Greenwich Village stood for. We do have people from all around the country joining us tonight on this program, but it is a free concert. However, we do have a tip jar. And if you'd like to support us, help us to, first of all, keep the archives going, keep the website going, and to do future concerts, your help is greatly appreciated. And it also supports the artists that you're seeing tonight as well. So you'll see in the chat feature on YouTube and Facebook some links that you can donate to, or you can just go to our website, greenwichvillagefolkfestival.org, and you'll find links on how you can donate there as well. You ready to get started? I know I am, and I'm so excited that a good friend of ours is joining us. He's a native of Maine. He is the son of the late Tom Rowe, who many of you might remember as a member of the acclaimed group Schooner Fair. And Dave's music finds its roots in the song traditions of Ireland, the British Isles, and it was all cultivated in the roots of music of North America, and then filtered through Dave's classical training. And if you listen to Folk Music Notebook, you heard a great show that Dave did. The past few years, he's been traversing the coastal waterways of the United States on board his boat, the Stinkpot, where, believe it or not, he's anchored tonight. And this, I don't know, is this the first time we've had? No, I think you did this once before, Dave, from the boat. But you're going to be a little nautical tonight with us, but you're going to give us some great music. Please welcome Dave Rowe.
Thank you, Ron. I'm going to start off. I'm going to get us into a holiday mood here. So I'm going to dive right in. The cold winds blow and kiss the solemn plain, and what we know, the earth will sleep again. The winter snows will coat the waiting hills, and snuggled in we all are waiting out the chill. Now as the fire wanes, another holiday, return again to homes, both near and oh so far away. The jay calls from the trees, the earth that's standing still reminds us all it sleeps, but soon awake it will. Reminds us all it sleeps, but soon awake it will. I have some plants here as well. Having a little party while I'm doing this. That's a song that I wrote a couple of years ago called "A Holiday Heart," and it's one of those songs that I really love, and I can only do it for a little part of the year. So it's always nice to blow the dust off that one. Now I'm going to pick up the original instrument here, and I'm on a boat. Everything is really close. Include martinis, anyone? Doing these sorts of shows can be tricky from the boat. This is actually going out over a cellular network. So if there are any problems, it's the cell phone company's problem, not mine. I promise you that. Well, while I'm in sort of a quasi-holiday mood, I'm going to do another song. This is more of a winter reflection than anything else. And it came out, this song is the reason I live on a boat, really, when you get right down to it, because the winter of 2020, when we were all freezing our butts off up in Maine, I looked at Stacy and I said, what are we doing here? We own a boat. And so we put the house on the market and we moved back up onto the boat. And I think it was really because I wrote this song. It's about how I sort of lost that childhood joy that goes with seeing snow on the ground. So here we go. It's called Cable Knits and Woolen Twill. In a field down by the river, where the fragrant flowers bloom, is a place my mind goes strolling on winter days stuck in my room, where the waterfall just bubbles down over rocks and broken dreams, in the summers of my memories, through the endless fields of green. I still have all my memories, precious moments on a hill, when that trusty old toboggan brought me endless pleasure still. Here I'm wrapped handmade sweaters, cable knits and woolen twills, but I can't find that sense of wonder I once knew but don't know still. As the summer leaves are leaving and a longing chills the heart, as the kids march off to school to trace small hands for turkey art, as the frost caves in the pumpkin Why does it always seem too soon? Where is that sense of wonder I felt last week in June? I still have all my memories, precious moments on a hill, when that trusty old toboggan brought me endless pleasure still. Now I'm wrapped in handmade sweaters, cable knits and woolen twills, but I can't find that sense of wonder I once knew but don't know still. The snow's blowing on the coldest days of winter. It's a new one. As I'm dreaming by the fire, I feel the sunlight on my weary face. I hear the bells high in the spire. The snow's blowing from the northeast, and the cold air stings the nose. In this winter of my discontent, where did the wonder of it go? I once had the heart of childhood. Where'd that go? Nobody knows. And for my third and final and favorite song of this, because now I get to listen to everybody else, I'm going to do a song that will take us to the salty, briny, chilly, cold coast of Maine for just a moment. Off the coast of Maine, just about as far south as you can get and still be in the waters of Maine, there's an island called Boone Island. And on the middle, in the middle of that island, which is just a big rock sticking out of the water, it's nothing. There are no trees. It's a desolate place. There's a big lighthouse, and that lighthouse is there because, well, there were a few shipwrecks that involved Boone Island. Most notably, the wreck of the Nottingham Galley. Go look it up, because you'll be disgusted. You really will. There was cannibalism involved. I'll leave it there. But this song is, it's a ghost story about the keeper of the light. Back in those days, I mentioned it was a desolate place. Nobody really wanted to be stationed as the light keeper on this island. So they would draw straws to see who'd get it. And a young couple, they were newlyweds, drew the short straw and ended up out there. And that's where this story begins. This is called The Keeper of the Light. Of Boone Island off the coast of Maine, your story's often told. How you drift across the boulders when the winds blow wild and cold. Sailors hear your mournful wails when squalls come up at night, and they know they're in the presence of the keeper of the light. Why do you walk these broken rocks forever, Catherine Bright? So many men we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. We all heard about your husband, he was the keeper of the light. How he drowned in raging waters on that fateful winter night. You kept the lighthouse burning strong to keep the sailors warm and save the lives of countless men the 5 days of the storm. Why do you walk these broken rocks, forever Catherine bright? So many men we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. When they found you in the lighthouse, once they'd made it across the reef, you drifted into madness from exhaustion and grief. For 5 days without food or sleep, you kept the ships from harm. Then you sat down with his frozen, lifeless body in your arms. Why do you walk these broken rocks, forever Catherine bright? So many men we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. Why do you walk these broken rocks, forever Catherine bright? So many men we've seen you when the waters rage at night. A sad-eyed apparition, shrouded all in white, lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. You're lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light. You're lost in time and memory, the keeper of the light.
All right. Dave Rowe coming to us from on board the Stingpot. Where exactly are you right now, Dave?
I am in Washington, North Carolina, on the city docks here. It's a beautiful place. We just had an incredible sunset, and I can't recommend this town as a stopover for boaters and landlubbers alike. It's just a great spot.
Well, it's always good to hear from you, and it's always good to follow your adventures. And our viewers and listeners can check out your webpage, daverowemusic.com. I'm pretty sure there's a link to the Stingpot and your travels that you and Stacy are going on. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, and enjoy that little party you got going on over there. Well, it's going to be an exciting evening. We've got more great performers coming up. And, you know, one of the things that I've always loved about the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, even back in the 1980s when it was a live performance in Greenwich Village, it would be a blend of some of the legendary artists of the folk scene and also some new voices. And many of those voices are continuing today. And since this online version of the Greenwich Village Folk Festival started in 2020, we've always been bringing you artists that may not be household names yet, but I guarantee you're going to fall in love with their music. And our next performer is someone that I met at the Southeast Regional Folk Alliance Conference this past spring. I was taken by her country-infused Americana folk pop with a little jazzy vocal lean. And late this summer, she released her first full-length album, an album called Goldenrod, which is a stunning collection of songs that focuses on what it means to allow change to influence a life without eliminating the individual. It's quite a concept, quite an album. She's quite a performer. Please welcome Tenny Rain.
Thanks, Ron. It's great to be here. Well, I was going to start with something else, but I guess since you mentioned Goldenrod, I might as well give y'all the title track from that album. I had the pleasure of having the opportunity to talk with Ron, Folk Music Notebook, a few months back, and so excited to be included here again today. This is called Goldenrod. I've heard everything changes. I don't think it's true. Some things stay the same, like how I think of you when you're far away, and I'm lying here on my own. And I remember remember the feel of your hand holding mine as we drove through the mountains to see what we'd find if we got away. Got to take a breath under blue sky. And I see goldenrod sway as leaves tumble and play. The summer fades into fall. I try to hold on tight. I catch it in rhymes, 'cause it's all we have after all. There was a stream by the path, so we stopped to race leaves, and I could see your reflection smiling at me when my boat capsized. And I said, could we try again? And the sunshine was sweet, even there in the shade. Oh, it all felt so perfect. I got afraid of the moment when you might not love me anymore. And I see goldenrod sway as leaves tumble and play. The summer fades into fall. I try to hold on tight. Oh, I catch it in rhymes, 'cause it's all we have after all. Seeds on the breeze blow wherever they please. Maybe that's not for me. I like my feet on the ground. Goldenrod sway as leaves tumble and play. The summer fades into fall. I try to hold on tight. I catch it in rhymes, 'cause it's all we have after all. I see goldenrod sway. I see goldenrod sway. Thank you very much. I love that little tune. It's been an adventure to take it around all over the Southeast and get to share the album with friends and folks all over. The next tune I'm gonna do is also from the album, and it's an interesting just kind of jaunt through this time of year when there's a lot of magic of leaves changing colors, and sometimes that's highlighted by these magnificent full moons. This is called Carmel. Full moon, fall night, I only see the ghosts of colors that would have shimmered in the sun. Half empty light, you'd never see it coming now, but something has begun, and my heart flutters in the breeze. That is your breath, it shakes sugar that burns. Full moon, fall night, I can feel our heartbeats mingle in this whiskey glow. Oh, this waxing light, the feeling's growing clearer. Are you gonna let it show? 'Cause my heart flutters in the breeze. It is your breath, it shakes the tree. And all the maple leaves will turn after the sun. After the sun, it's the sugar that burns. Full moon, fall night. Now we're dancing slowly. It's unseasonably warm. Oh, moon shadow light shows a sweet slight. Smile, oh baby, should I be warned? 'Cause my heart flutters in the breeze. That is your breath, it shakes the trees. And all the maple leaves will turn after the sun. After the sun, it's the sugar that burns. It's the sugar that burns. Well, it has been a great joy to get to promote Goldenrod, and I hope to continue doing that for the months to come. But I want to close with a little holiday tune, or a pseudo holiday tune, a seasonal tune, I guess, that I released a couple years ago in honor of the first day of December here and this kind of holiday season that is upon us. This last tune is called Tennessee Snow, and I know not everyone on this artist roster or listening in is from the South or Southeast area, but when we get snow down here, just the little, I mean, when we see snow, we don't have to like get snow in the sense of it's coating anything. It's just when we see snow, the world kind of stops for a moment. And in the rush of the holiday season, that can be such an incredible gift and something that we sometimes have to carve out time for, as just these opportunities to be still for a little while. So that's one of the things I love about Tennessee Snow. It's an invitation to be still and quiet. Wake up in the morning and the world is a snow globe. Stay cuddled under blankets, trying to keep cold from our toes. And I could stay right here forever, arms and legs all intertwined, but the Tennessee snow. I know that it won't last for long, so hold me close. In Tennessee snow, well, it comes and it goes, but promise we'll be right here, year after year. Hurry up and get your boots on before the cars ruin the road. I want to be the only pairs of footprints wandering through the snow. And I could stay right here forever, gloved hand holding mine. But the Tennessee snow, I know that it won't last for long, so hold me close. In the Tennessee snow, oh, it comes and it goes, but promise we'll be right here, year after year. One last sparkle as the sun sets. Now the light is fading fast. Leave the snowman standing guard, inviting the ghost of Christmas past. 'Cause I could stay right here forever, watching candlelight dance in your eyes. But the Tennessee snow, I know that it won't last for long, so hold me close. In the Tennessee snow, it comes and it goes, promise we'll be right here, year after year, oh, year after year. Oh, the Tennessee snow, it comes and it goes, promise we'll be right here, year after year, year after year. Thanks so much for having me. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tenny Rain. Wow, that was beautiful. What a great song. Got me thinking of snow, and I know some parts of the country are already facing it. And I know Tennessee snow. I was there at Folk Alliance in Nashville a few years ago, and there was a dusting of snow, and I was shocked because they closed all the schools. I guess they just weren't used to it. Well, we've got quite a night ahead. There's still more great music coming. As you noticed, we started a little bit earlier this month. We had, it's the year-end show, and we're also going to go on a little bit of a hiatus after this. We're not going to be on every month, but we are going to, we'll still be here from time to time doing some special shows and such. But we are taking a little bit of a break, and we do want to continue this. So those of you who are able to, please, we have a tip jar. Your help will keep this going. And it'll keep our archives alive, the website alive, and allow us to do more events like this. And of course, also support the artists that you are seeing. And our next artist, well, This past summer, I had the honor of being one of the judges for the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival Emerging Artist Competition. And one of the artists who the judges and I were very impressed with, uh, he was also someone that the audience was extremely impressed with. And he was voted to be one of the most wanted artists, and he will appear next summer at the main stage at Falcon Ridge. He's a Brooklyn based songster who engages his audience and celebrates human imperfection through songs that tell of life experiences, told in his own unique blend of folk, jazz, and global music. Please welcome, and let me make sure I get this right because I messed it up when I introduced him at Falcon Ridge, Louie Lou Lewis.
Thank you so much, Ron. Good evening, everyone. I'm Louie Lou Lewis, and I'm so happy to be here sharing some tunes. So this first song is a song that I wrote in reflection of a trip that I took to Haiti with my dad and a bunch of his friends. And the thing that stuck out to me the most about this trip was, believe it or not, going to fetch water. Because there was about 30 of us on this trip, and we quickly overwhelmed the water supply where we were staying. So for cooking and cleaning, bathing, we had to go and get our water, all of it. And this is where that song came from. It's called Gone to the Water. Hope you dig it. You see her dancing down the side of a great mountain in the sky. Mountain in the sky. She flows with beauty, flows with grace. In her reflection, see her face, see her pretty face. She'll help you find relief. She can restore belief. Let go of all your grief. You'll have to find her first aid. She will quench your thirst if you come look for me. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. Won't you come with me? I've gone to the water. Water. The lovely people of the village gather round, gently bathing and washing their clothes. They call to me, they're saying, come on down. She'll hold you in cool arms when you're too warm. She'll help you find relief. She can restore belief. Let go of all your grief. You'll have to find her first, and she will quench your thirst if you come look for me. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. Water, yeah, 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 yeah. I've gone to the water. Won't you come with me? I've gone to the water. Water. Hear a song in rivers and the streams, whispers on your rooftops during summer rains, gives her life to those that breathe. Come with me, we'll cleanse our souls. will cleanse our souls. Won't you come with me? We'll cleanse our souls. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. I've gone to the water. Water, yeah, 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 yeah. I've gone to the water. Won't you come with me? I've gone to the water. Water, yeah, 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 yeah. I've gone to the water, 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 water. Ooh. Water.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So this next tune I'm going to do for you is a song that I wrote about having a baby. And to a lot of people's surprise, when they first heard the song, they thought I had a baby, but I actually didn't. I just wrote it based on a prompt. But I was very, very moved by all the touching emails saying congratulations, but I'm not there yet. But this goes out to all those who have had kids and those, and to parents who like, you know, have gone through the journey of raising kids and also being new parents. This one's called Papa Loves You. Who are you inside that tiny beating heart? About the size of a grain of rice. It's been 6 weeks so far, I must admit. I'm a little scared. Never been a dad before. Not so sure how to prepare for this beautiful magic. A world transformed. When you're here, things won't ever be the same. And we still don't know your name. It won't be long till your coos have me slipping. And my heart swells as each memory unfolds. There'll be ups and downs, ebb and flow. But through it all, I hope you know that Papa loves you. I ask myself, am I good enough to raise a decent human who will rise when times are rough? Will I be wise and let you be just who you are, the hero of the story I have the privilege to watch in this beautiful magic? A world transformed. When you're here, things won't ever be the same. and we still don't know your name. Won't be long till your coos have me slipping, and my heart swells as each memory unfolds. There'll be ups and downs, ebb and flow, but through it all I hope you know that Papa loves you. Papa loves you. Papa loves you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I've got one more tune for you. And I apologize if my doorbell rings again. Not sure if you heard it. But this last tune is a love song. But it's not your particular lovey-dovey love song. It's the kind of love song that's like, hey, I've got your back, you got mine. And that kind of love, the kind of love that like we support each other and have each other's back, is the kind of love that kind of supports the community. This is the Mongo song. Hope you dig it. Wolf and basket and a mango tree, about as odd a pair as you'd ever seen. Foundation strong and the roots grow deep. Love three in a basket and a mango tree. Fertile branches bend when the fruit is made. Basket comes by to relieve some weight. You can clearly see in the exchange. In their love there's a give, a take. And the people sing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. And the people sing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. Basket in the mango tree. If you feel like singing ooh la 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 at home, feel free. And join me next time. Time together short, and when it ends, baskets carried away top a woman's head. But when they part, not a tear is shed, 'cause through their being many mouths are fed. You will see at markets on vibrant streets efforts made by a basket and a mango tree. In the nectar taste an astounding feat. A love so nourishing, a love so sweet. And the people sing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. And the people sing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. They're singing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. And the people sing, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la, ooh la la la, ooh la. Basket in the mango tree.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Louie Lou Lewis. And when you heard that, now you know why he was voted most wanted, one of three most wanted artists at Falconridge, and he'll be there next summer on the main stage as one of the most wanted artists. And a little earlier than that, if you're in the New York area on December the 19th, he'll be performing at Focus NYC. It's an amazing a relatively new series that takes place at the Brooklyn Art House. You can find out more about it by going to Louie's website, Louie Lou Lewis. I got it right. I messed it up. I was on stage at Falconridge, and I don't even remember what I said. I got it in the wrong order, but anyway, we got it right tonight, and Louie always gets it right. That was just terrific. Well, speaking of terrific, our next artist comes from a real musical family. Her mother is folk radio host Angela Page, and her father, the late singer-songwriter Jack Hardy. She grew up in that musical household and also surrounded by all the wonderful artists that the folk community of the Greenwich Village scene had. After she spent well, first of all, she did a lot of touring alongside her dad, but she took a little sidetrack. And after a decade-long career in advertising, she returned to her musical roots and released a wonderful album. And this year, she released her second album. It's called The Price of Happiness, and it rose to the top 5 played albums on the Folk Alliance International Folk Radio Charts in June and reached the top 10 in July. She's with us tonight. Please welcome Miranda Hardy.
Thanks, Ron, and thanks, everyone. Everyone's so good. I'm so happy to be here. Honored to be playing with such talented people. I wanted to play a couple songs for you. I'm glad you brought up my musical travels, because this first one is about, well, it's inspired by my cross-country trips with my dad. And I just had this moment in the car with him as a young child where we saw tractor trailers where they had stuffed animals like attached to their grills. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's a thing. But it was the most startling sight as like a young child. And I just remember saying, like, I don't think that's where that Teddy thought he'd end up. And my dad said, there's a metaphor in there somewhere. So here's your metaphor. This is called Teddy and the Girl. Bohemian breeze blowing in tough love, carrying me to my dead-end luck. Came too far to admit I'm stuck. Teddy in the grill of a Mack truck. Wolf spiders jumping out like he's bigger than me. Got a glare and bodies in his mouth that'll make me believe it. He's all I'll never be. On the road I measure myself from the places that I should be. I don't know how I'm so far out. I've been driving for eternity and trying not to sleep. I was never gonna be the best one. Life is a slaughter, I rate a mess, but I just thought I'd be someone else by now, somewhere out my own way. Bohemian breeze blowing in tough love, carrying me to my dead-end luck. Came too far to admit I'm stuck. A Teddy in the grill of a Mack truck. Bohemian breeze blowing in tough love, carrying me to my dead-end luck. Came too far to admit I'm stuck. A Teddy in the grill of a Mack truck. Teddy in the grill of a Mack should be immune, but I'm sick of comparing, I'd rather be alone. I was never good at keeping attention. Why would I bother to learn my lesson when I thought I'd be someone else by now? Somewhere out my own way, someone else by now. Somewhere out my own way. Bohemian breeze blowing into love, carrying me to my dead end look. Came too far to admit I'm stuck, a teddy in the grill of a mega truck. Bohemian breeze blowing in tough love, carrying me to my dead end look. Came too far to admit I'm stuck, a teddy in the grill of a mega truck. Teddy in the grill of a mega truck. Thank you. For my next trick, I'm moving to my keyboard, which is hidden under the camera. So that's a song off of my latest album, The Price of Happiness, which is an album that I wrote coming to terms with leaving my corporate job and trying to pursue something else. And this next song is the title track, and it's called The Price of Happiness. I'll quit all these fancy prospects, rather swim down in my shallow pockets. Don't wrap me in the arms of the football captain. I don't need to borrow his bomber jacket. I'm peeking over now through your picket fence, and your grass is looking brown. All your leaves are sickened. I say no one's home to my toxic friends. They said you'll be alone, and I said say less. They said I'd be mourning in a black dress. Now I'm dancing round like a damn princess. I don't buy into your do or die bucket list. I'm not selling out, and that's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. Am I to blame if I'm getting really over it? Celeb obsessed crowds and the top perching chauvinists. I won't say aloud how I feel about the fortune list. I'll just write it down. Well, I resign from corporate. I'm peeking over now through your hoarded wealth, and your stocks are heading down, saved by the bell. How would you drive home in your brand new Lexus, face glued to your phone? Am I supposed to be jealous? They said I'd be mourning in a black dress. Now I'm dancing round like a damn princess. I don't buy into your do or die bucket list. I'm not selling out, and that's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. They said I'd I'd be pinching pennies for my debt, singing in the street and drowning in my loneliness. I said I'll count my change with no regrets, singing in the street, 'cause that's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. That's the price of happiness. They said I'd be mourning in a black dress. Now I'm dancing around like a damn princess, and I'll buy into your do or die bucket list. I'm not selling out, and that's the price of happiness. Thank you. One more song for me. I used to spend the holidays, specifically New Year's Eve, we would fly to Ireland and spend the holiday, or I guess post-holiday season in Ireland. My dad would get me out of high school, and I had a deal with my teachers, and I was kind of homeschooled for January, basically. And it was really special time for me, but it was always my goal to write an Irish folk song. I kind of grew up with Irish music, and my dad wrote a lot of Irish music, and I finally sat down to write an Irish folk song, and unfortunately, for better or for worse, it came out as a drinking song. So this song is called Trapped in an Irish Drinking Song. It's my holiday song. Gather round the fire for a tale of desire, ending just the same as it's begun. A lady's eyes of green, widened with a dream, a seamstress with a talent and story to be sung. She yearns for something more, to travel to New York and build a better life after the war. So dresses to be sold for coin, silver, and gold, but she's trapped in an Irish drinking song with more verses to endure. Da dee da dee da dee da dee dum dee doo dee da. Her husband lost his job, spends their pennies at the pub. She waits for him to return from the bar. One or two should appease, but the Irish live in threes. So he's triple fisting pints, singing whiskey in the jar. She yearns for something more, to travel to New York and build a better life after the war. So dresses to be sold for coin, silver, and gold, but she's trapped in an Irish drinking song with more verses to endure. Da dee da dee da dee da dee dum dee doo dee da. Herself she calls a truce to swear off barley juice, and sails away anew to the rainbow's end. But when one's out at sea, rum gets passed to thee, puking over the edge like a sailor drunk again. She yearns for something more, to travel to New York and build a better life after the war. So dresses to be sold for coin, silver, and gold, but she's trapped in an Irish drinking song with more verses to endure. Da dee da dee da dee da dee dum dee doo dee da. Manhattan, she's here at last, only water in her glass, hopeful for the new life she's begun. But living out her dreams is not as easy as it seems. On the island of opportunity, and like a bajillion Irish pubs. She yearns for something more, a glass of Tullamore, maybe a pint or two will be in store, with stories to be told and good times to unfold, 'cause she's trapped in an Irish drinking song with more verses to endure. Da dee da dee da dee da dee dum dee doo dee da. Now the moral of the story is you can dream of glory and lead yourself to do what's right from wrong. You can take advice and give up every vice, but you can't take the whiskey out of an Irish song. Da dee da dee da da. The song's still going on. We'll sing the song till we can't sing songs no more. We'll sing till all is sung and drink till all is drunk, 'cause we're trapped in an Irish drinking song with whiskey to be poured.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Miranda Hardy. Wow, that's it's so good to hear your songs. And you know, if our audience out there happens to be in the New York City area, on the first Wednesday of the month, Miranda leads a songwriter showcase open mic at Dive 106 in Manhattan. You can check out her website, mirandahardymusic.com, to find out more. Well, I know it's just a little after 7 o'clock, and I know some people may just be tuning in because normally we start the show at 7 p.m. on Sundays, but we started an hour earlier this month because we have 11 artists. I think it sets the record for this program. But don't worry, if you missed anything, you can always go back to our YouTube page. All of our shows are archived there. So if you missed anybody tonight, or if you want to see it again, or if you want to look at some of our past shows, by all means, go there and check it out. And we have that archive maintained because of the generosity of our viewers and listeners. If you're able to help, we do have a tip jar. You can find the information in the chat feature, or go to our website at greenwichvillagefolkfestival.org, and you can find out how you can donate and keep the music alive. This is such a great tradition, and these archives are just priceless. Well, our next artist is another singer-songwriter who I had the honor of meeting and judging at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, along with Louie Lou Lewis. And next year, he is also going to be coming back because he was voted as one of the most wanted artists, and he'll be performing on the main stage next summer at Falcon Ridge. He hails from Pennsylvania's Lehigh and Delaware River Valley region, where he established himself as one of the area's premier original music artists. I just love his songs, the stories, the images that he draws up, and I think you will too. Please welcome Alex Radis.
Thanks so much, Ron. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me, and thanks to everybody watching at home. I want to start with a song that I wrote about one of my hometowns. I moved around a lot as a kid, and so my grandmother's home in Monongahela was kind of my hometown. And so this is a song that I wrote thinking about what it might have been like for my grandparents' generation to grow up in a boom and bust steel town out in western Pennsylvania called Monongahela. We went boom and we went bust before the rain could even rust the tin roof on the chicken shack that rang with the rumble of the railroad tracks. We had laughter and we had a war that killed every boy who lived next door. The whole town came to say goodbye as if one of their own had died. Oh, Monongahela, That's just how they raised you. You didn't take a selfie in old Monongahela. We made metal and we made love. We prayed to the Steelers and God above. We worked hard and we gave thanks. The shells that we made shattered pens or tanks. Oh, that river that rolled through here. Locomotives and molten steel, dried up, crazy as it sounds. In a dry riverbed we drowned. Oh, Monongahela, you bless the forge that made you. You learned to take a licking in old Monongahela. Well, the kids grew up, the kids moved out. The new neighbors don't come around to beat the Axis on the battlefield. Couldn't beat their prices making steel. But there's a heartbeat in this town. It's just a few feet underground. The whole place don't seem so big, but all we gotta do is dig in Monongahela. Bless the forge that made you. You learned to take a licking in old Monongahela. Yeah, Monongahela. Bless the forge that made you. The river's always rolling in old Monongahela. All right. Thank you all at home, and thanks to my audience right here in the house with me. So this next song, I pride myself on a little thing I've coined called genre whiplash, and so if you come to see my shows, you're going to hear a lot of different styles of music in just one set, and that's just because that's what inspires me, and genre is just kind of another tool in the toolkit. So I'll play three slightly different songs for you. This next song is a song called Devil I Know, and it's about knowing something ain't good for you, but not really being sure what the better alternative is. Oh, the devil I know tells me lies so beautiful I must close my eyes. Oh, the devil I know treats me bad, makes me ache with his needs I have. But the devil I know hums along to the good songs on the radio. Yeah, the devil I know, I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know can be cruel. She'll take these prizes away from you, and you will weep and gnash your teeth to find out what you are beneath. But the devil I know burns bright enough to keep the lights on low. Yeah, the devil I know, I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know. Oh, the devil I know. Oh, she burns hot enough to warm my bones. Yeah, the devil I know. devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go with the devil I know. I'm gonna go with the devil I know. Yeah, the devil I know tells me lies so beautiful I must close my eyes. Thank you, thank you. All right, my last song, and once again, thanks so much for having me here. Really appreciate it. My last song is a song I got the inspiration for when I was bartending, and I walked up to a table and I overheard a woman at the table say, "You know, someday is my favorite day of the week." It just stopped me in my tracks, and I said, "Hold on, did you just say someday is your favorite day of the week?" And she said, "No, I said Sunday." It's like, all right, well, it's mine now. And that just kind of sounded like an old sort of crooner jazz standard to me, so that's what I wrote. But I figure if you can play it on the acoustic guitar, you can call it folk. So this is a song called Someday. Well, someday, that's my favorite day of the week. 'Cause someday I'm gonna be exactly where I wanna be. And someday you'll be here with me. That's why someday is my favorite day of the week. Someday, that's my favorite day of the week. 'Cause someday my ship is coming in, and I'll be rich as a man can be. And on your hand you just might find a big old diamond ring. That's why someday is my favorite day of the week. Monday through Sunday, I'm pining for your love. Monday through Sunday, praying God above, just let the sun rise on someday. My waiting will be through, 'cause I love you every day, and someday you'll love me too. Oh, someday, that's my favorite day of the week. 'Cause someday you'll be in my arms, and I will be too weak to speak, and we will count each day of the week by the beating of our loving hearts, 'cause we will never be apart. Oh, someday could be any day. Now mark your calendar. Oh, say how lovely someday could be. How lovely someday could be. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Alex Radis. That was a terrific set. I love those songs, and we'll be hearing more from you. And by the way, I know this is a little bit far in advance, but I understand in March 2nd, Alex will be appearing also at Focus NYNC in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Art House. So mark your calendars and check out Alex's website, alexradis.com. And be sure to check out the website of the Greenwich Village Folk Festival. You know, one of the things we maintain is an archive of all of our guests You'll find links to all of their websites, little biographies and such, as well as a link to the archives of these very shows. So even though we're going to go on a couple of hiatuses here, we'll be back, but we do have all this wonderful material for you to watch until we return. Um, our next group is a Greenwich Village Folk Festival favorite. They're a husband and wife team of traveling troubadours, Aidan Quinn and Christine Stay. Their resume includes spots at the Kerrville New Folk finalist, Falcon Ridge Folk Festival Emerging Artist, South Florida Folk Festival Songwriter winners. And their latest CD is called So Many Stars. It reached number 6 on the folk radio charts. Please give a warm welcome once again to Friction Farm.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, Ron. It's really wonderful to be back here and to hear old friends and favorites, but also to hear good, like really amazing new music. So thank you for that. All right. I don't know if, like me, you spend too much time in the internets, but I noticed that people share quotes. And it feels like if they attribute words to somebody super, like Einstein or Gandhi, that it gives the words more weight, as if the words on their own weren't enough if they were fantastic. So Aidan found something on the internet that apparently Voltaire never said. What was that?
It was that organized religion was started when the first scoundrel met the first fool. A coincidental meeting, a small village by the sea. The scoundrel knows precisely who the fool needs him to be. Now we know the scoundrel's clever, and we know the fool's a fool. We all think that we know better, but the opposite is true. It was an ordinary Saturday in the future or the past when he shouted hallelujah. The scoundrel's line was cast. He said he knew the secret, and to a chosen few he'd tell. Fool leaned in to listen, and of course that's when he fell. Oh, it's happening again, trading in what's real for what's pretend. Try to right the wrong, but then scoundrels meet more foolish men. So it's happening again. Sunday was the perfect show, just the right amount of hope and fear and mystery, a sprinkling of doubt. He'd laid the bait out carefully, then reeled in the line, a need that only he could fill, one Sunday at a time. And the crowd was feeling confident, they were special, they had learned. Quietly the scoundrel asked a favor in return, just a small commitment, 10% to meet his needs, to fund his weekly message, and to prove that they believe. Oh, it's happening again, trading in what's real for what's pretend. Try to right the wrong, but then scoundrels meet more foolish men. So it's happening again. The fool, and so have you. Never again, we swear. But the reward is so enticing. Buyer, please beware. If our ego needs fulfilling, If our desire goes unchecked, the larger lies the scoundrel tells, the less the fool objects. Oh, it's happening again. Trading in what's real for what's pretend. Try to right the wrong, but then never goes how we intend. Things just go around the bend. Scoundrels meet more foolish men. So it's happening again.
Thank you. Thanks. So, was it today that Bob got the thing?
I think it was last night, actually.
Okay. So, Aiden's uncle, Bob Quinn, is a filmmaker, and he won an award in Ireland. It was presented by the President of Ireland to him last night in a ceremony. And he's made a lot of really interesting films, but one of the films he made was about the connection between Ireland and North Africa, and how that connection is very old and very deep, and the common ground between various aspects of their culture. I thought, wow, what a thing it must be to live in a country that honors you for seeing other cultures and trying to discover the common ground you have with them, instead of, a country in which we try to separate ourselves from other cultures. It doesn't have to be that way, and we can make a difference, right?
By the light of the moon, we slipped away from our homes. Put all our hopes in the well of a small wooden boat. 5 days and nights we rode in shifts, in unguarded moments let our spirits lift. By luck or by providence, we stayed afloat. Just before dawn, the first watch spotted land. Oars in the water, we need every hand. My arms were aching, my dress was soaked through, but the promise of freedom began to feel true. By luck or by providence, waves pushed us to sand. As the first rays of sunlight pressed the horizon, a crowd began shouting from shore. Turn back, we all cry, we are not safe anymore. The man we call Captain jumped in, he did not hesitate. He's through running and hiding, he'll face whatever awaits. After a moment, my faith beat my doubt. What if they're guiding us in, not pushing us out? By luck or by providence, I choose my fate.
Thank you all.
Thank y'all. 'Cause we both yawled. Yeah.
We live in North Carolina. We live in the Helene zone down here.
Yes, the last couple days have been quite windy, and I know that brought back some of the feels for people here, and it's been a rough time here. A lot of people have suffered quite a bit. I think that combined with the election has just made people feel kind of fragile and a little bit hopeless. So I hope I hope this helps. Did you ever think that there'd be days like this? Standing at your front door, trying to get a grip on the way the world's been torn into bits. Doesn't seem to be a place where you still fit. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. You got friends all around you. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Let the light of love surround you. You stand still, just don't know what to do. Every move just sends you in an endless loop. You're wrong, no matter what you do. You didn't mean to break them, but someone changed the rules. But everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. You got friends all around you. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Let the light of love surround you. Now the wind may not be at your back today. Any minute now, weather's gonna break. Like time and tide, we are built for change. Step outside, don't be afraid, 'cause everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. You got friends all around you. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Let the light of love surround you.
Thank you all. That's it for us, Friction Farm.
And thank you, Friction Farm. Oh, it is always so good to see and hear you. Just that last song, just what we needed at this time. Thank you so much. And listen, everybody out there, Thursday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, check out Friction Farm on Facebook. They do a little feature called the Elevenses. It's a live performance, a snack and a song, just 10 minutes to help you get through that mid-morning slump. And it's just delightful, as they are too. Friction Farm. Speaking of community, that's what this is all about. And, even though we're all watching via Zoom or Facebook or YouTube or whatever these days, we're connected. We're connected through these powerful songs and these great singer-songwriters. And it's such an honor to be able to do this each month. But we, as I said, we are taking a little bit of a hiatus, but we'll be back. And if you enjoy what you're hearing and seeing, I hope you'll be able to throw a couple bucks into our tip jar. You can see a little link in the chat feature, or go to our website, which is Greenwich Village Folk Festival.org. We're a nonprofit group. We've been here since the 1980s. We went on a hiatus for a number of years, came back during the pandemic. And even though we're going to take a little hiatus now, we will be back probably sometime in 2025 doing a couple of shows. So keep tuned in. Either check us out on Facebook or the webpage, and you'll find out more information. Our next artist is a brilliant Canadian singer-songwriter, and her songs have been covered by many, including the Grammy-nominated band The Ducks, Dar Williams, among others. And she's also the author of a book called Off the Charts: What I Learned from My Almost Fabulous Life in Music. Well, I think it's a fabulous that she could be with us tonight, and she's creating fabulous music. Please welcome Kat Goldman.
Thank you so much for having me. This is the first online folk festival I've ever done, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I can be in socks right now. Even though I'm from Toronto, Canada, I lived in Boston for many years, and this next song is written from the perspective of a certain working man from Hanover, Massachusetts, who I used to know. And it's called Take It Down the Line. I've been searching for a long time, oh, so I can find out who I am. It'd be easier in the long run to pay my bills and get to work by 5 a.m. And it's gonna take some time before I get to the interstate highway, get this truck to the next town and the next one again. I just take it down the line, all the way to the end of the highway, till I get to the next town so I can go home again. Take it down the line. I've been hoping for a long time, oh, that I wouldn't turn out like my old man, like his father before him used to beat me with a belt in his hand. And it's gonna take some time before I get to the interstate highway, get this truck to the next town and the next one again. I just take it down the line, all the way to the end of the highway, till I get to the next town so I can go home again. And I get tired of the hours, but I'm saving up for a tear-down house. Gonna make something of myself, and I wanna have a kid. And I'll only ever give him love, tell him that he's good enough, teach him how to build a fence in the yard. gonna take some time before I get to the interstate highway. Get this truck to the next town and the next one again. I just take it down the line, all the way to the end of the highway, till I get to the next town, so I can go home again. Take it down the line. I take it down the line. I just take it down the line. I just take it down the line. Take it down the line. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. I used to go down to New York City a lot to do shows back in my early days, and I miss it. So if any of you want to do a show together, get in touch with me. This is about Boston, where I used to live, and it's called Boston. I just got in the door after 6 days in Boston, and I'm back from the airport. I remember all the years I used to live across the river in a place called Cambridgeport, and I found myself out of hell in the books on my shelf I used to read. On the subway seat with sand on my feet, and the crazies with no teeth sitting beside me. I love to watch the sailboats sail on the river on the drive to the ocean shore. I used to hear the church goers sing out for Jesus, and the drummer shook my bedroom floor, and I found myself and a way out of hell in the books on my shelf I used to read. On the subway seat with sand on my feet, and the crazies with no teeth sitting beside me. I knew how to land my ship when I lived back in Boston. I wish that I could have stayed. I spent 7 long years at summers in Boston. Maybe I'll move back there someday, 'cause I found myself and a way out of hell in the books on my shelf I used to read. On the subway seat with sand on my feet, and the crazies with no teeth sitting beside me. Oh, sorry. I thought I fixed that in soundcheck. Thank you. Sorry about that. We'll hope he doesn't call back again. So, this last song I'm going to do is a song that I wrote for my grandmother over 20 years ago. And it was covered by a band up here in Canada called the Ducks, who are from Winnipeg. They went around, played it in all kinds of festivals, and now if you go to YouTube, you can see all kinds of very disheveled looking songwriters playing my song Annabelle. Go look, you can find it on YouTube. And this is called Annabelle. Annabelle, Annabelle, where did you go? I've looked high and I've looked low. I've looked low and I've looked high. Tell me, where does a spirit go when you die? Oh, where does a spirit go when you die? I have packed your satin gloves and lace, all the pictures of your pretty face, and I kept the ones of you on skates, and a picture from your wedding day. Annabelle, Annabelle, way up high, are you kissing storybirds in the sky? Will you come and visit us down below? Oh, Annabelle, Annabelle, where did you go? Annabelle, where did you go? You will miss the humming of the spring, and the winter won't mean anything, and the summer is a lonesome tale. I am lost without you, Annabelle. I have lost my faith in everything. Annabelle, Annabelle, are you free? Will you wrap me in your legacy, in a blanket with your sweet perfume? I am always thinking thoughts of you. Annabelle, Annabelle, where did you go? I've looked high and I've looked low. I've looked low and I've looked high. Tell me, where does the spirit go when you die? Oh, where does the spirit go when you die? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kat Goldman. That was so wonderful. I love that song. I'm so glad you did that for us tonight. Kat Goldman. Wow. Every performer that we've had tonight and in the past months, it just brings to mind what a powerful community we have, what a creative community we have. And I also look at the chat feature on YouTube and Facebook.
Recording stopped.
Whoops, somebody's recording. But I look at the chat feature and I see all these people who gather with us each month. And it's been a treasure to be able to bring this to you. And I'm looking at the folk music notebook on the radio. We've got people right now listening in Germany, Indonesia, and all across the US and Canada. So it's nice that everybody can get together to share this music. Well, our next performer has a resume that includes a variety of musical incarnations over the past 35 years or so, including groups like Bottle Hill, Michael McCreesh and Campbell, and also, of course, Walt Michael and Company. He's performed at venues all across the nation, from the White House and Lincoln Center to the coal camps of Appalachia and the closing ceremonies of the 13th Olympic Winter Games. He's also executive director of Common Ground on the Hill, which is an international traditional arts organization which seeks to promote interracial harmony through traditional arts. And it was also the site of one of the Greenwich Village Folk Festivals a few summers ago. Please welcome the one and only Walt Michael.
Recording in progress.
Thank you, Ron. It's great to be here, and I'd like to introduce the company tonight. This is my old pal from the Bottle Hill days who went on to greater things. This is Harry Orlov on guitar.
I'm a company man.
Yeah.
Let's tilt that down a little bit.
And Harry was in the group Bottle Hill when we had Barry Mitterhoff and a number of other, I would say luminaries, but this is folk music. And
Luminary London.
yeah. And you notice up here, we don't have an angel, we have a Shetland hat with us tonight. It was given to me by Shetland's Young Heritage Fiddlers a number of years ago. And I'm hoping some of them are tuning in tonight. Shetland has one of the greatest folk festivals in the world. You have to take a 14-hour ferry boat ride through the North Sea to get there, and it's well worth it. It's the first weekend in May. So if you want an adventure and you want to experience some really great traditional folk music, the Shetland Folk Festival. But anyway, this is a hat from Shetland, and we'll do a Shetland tune now written by Tom Anderson. Tom Anderson retired from the insurance industry when he was in his 60s and devoted himself to teaching the children of Shetland fiddle. And it was already a really strong tradition. And some of you may have heard of the great Ali Bain. Ali Bain was one of his main students. Ali Bain and the Boys of the Loch. This is a tune that Tom wrote for his wife after she passed, and it's called Da Slocket Light. Slocket means broken or extinguished, so the light that has gone out. And we'll do this for all of you out there who have lost someone this year. I know we're still reeling from the COVID thing, and in the folk world, advancing age. And this is just one of those great Shetland airs that celebrates life and passing. And this is a hammer dulcimer, you'll excuse me. Rock It Light. Hope you enjoyed that tune. So I'd just like to say how much we're enjoying being here, and thank Rod McDonald for staying in touch with us over the years and bringing me back out of the stable to play some music. And really like to encourage all of you, you on the staff tonight, and singing, and people in the audience to come to Common Ground on the Hill in the summertime. We have concerts year round, but in the summer we have 2 weeks of workshops, concerts, dances, and festival. And you can find it at commongroundonthehill.org. And as they say, it'll change your life. And if it doesn't, you'll still have a good time. Right, Harry?
Changed mine, and I had a good time.
Yeah. So, and I'd like to say a special hello to Tom Rush. Tom probably doesn't remember me, but we did a concert years ago. But I remember seeing you, Tom, when I was in seminary, of all things, at Drew University.
How'd that work out?
Well, it didn't work out that well, but at Drew University, you came and did a wonderful concert with Trevor Vetch. And wow, I just remember that concert. It was fantastic. And I think your manager showed up with a Porsche that he had just bought at the end. So those were the days, and really have loved your music for years. And hello to David Massengill as well. Hi, David. Good to see you.
He's next.
So this is a tune I wrote when playing at a contra dance in the winter in Woodstock, which sounds great, but let me tell you, it was really cold, and I would much rather have been in Bermuda. So this is called Bermudaful. very much. Have great holidays.
Thank you, Walt, Michael, and company. Great to see you both here tonight. That was just beautiful. What a great way to get us into the holidays too, with that little ending of your song there. Oh, well, again, I want to thank everybody who's been watching tonight and watching all these months, and to everybody who's also been donating to our tip jar. You folks are helping to make this possible. Um, Again, if you'd like some more information about the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, visit our website, greenwichvillagefolkfestival.org, and you can find out how you can donate. You can mail a check too, the old-fashioned way. We'll take it. And it helps keep this website going. It helps keep the archives going. It helps keep these concerts going, and it supports the artists you're seeing and hearing as well. Well, our next guest is someone I've known since the 1980s, when there was a new folk boom blossoming in Greenwich Village. He was one of the central figures, a man from Bristol, Tennessee, played an instrument that really stood out among all those guitars that were slung over the shoulders of the singer-songwriter community. And his songs blended traditional and contemporary music styles as he delivered some truly original songs that created a body of work that includes songs that became classics of the era. Songs like The Great American Dream, On the Road to Fairfax County, My Name Joe, just to name a few. And he continues to create and inspire as a songwriter, an author, illustrator of pocket-sized children's books, and a mentor to new generations. It's always an honor to be able to introduce David Massengill.
Thank you too much, as somebody once said. Tonight, I would like to do my private tribute show to Jack Hardy. I was thinking during this COVID thing, I've been just thinking of all the people that have, come and gone. And Jack was more of a help to me than anybody. And we even had a little group together. I just was thinking the Folk Brothers. We did a little record we recorded traditional and other people's songs and our songs. And then when he passed on, we did a tribute to Jack on Smithsonian. And we got a lot of people to contribute a song to that. And I was just thinking how important not only Dave Van Ronk and other, just Rod, and just the whole scene was amazing, and I've just become more appreciative of it. And so I thought I would do one of Jack's songs. First thing I did, when I came up here, I just had my dulcimer and a couple of songs. One funny song called Ballad of a Pissed Off Eunuch. And it was people laughed at it, and I guess it got some attention. If I hadn't done that song, I'm not sure I would have lasted 2 months, but they liked that. And anyway, I was there just playing the hoots, and then suddenly this fella comes up to me, very well nice dressed, looks like a prep school teacher or something. And he says, I've been watching you sing. I like what you do. I said, oh, that's awful nice. Thank you. And he said, have you been seeing anybody that you like? And I said, well, actually, I saw this guy. He looked like one of these Western guys. He had his brother playing with him. He played songs as good as Bob Dylan. And he says, oh, tell me more about this. So I started describing this fella. And finally, he kept smiling, tell me more. He realized that I was talking about him. He had shaved his beard, his long mustache, and his long hair. And he looked like a straightened up person. And so he liked that I thought his songs were as good as Bob Dylan. So this is the first song I ever heard him do with his brother, Jeff. They did it at Folk City. And I love this song. It's called Tree of Rhyme. Took a tree into the town to see if it would grow, not knowing I was affixed to the fate of the seed I'd sown. My roots are solid underground, fed by the warm spring rain, where thunder's fierce and fickle winds find compromise insane. I seek a refuge in this tree of rhyme, into its arms I climb, frightened by the terror of the sight. There will be peace with the wind and rain, the roundness of the earth and flame. This tree is more constant than I. This tree is more constant than I. My tree has flourished the same as I, though invisible at times. Beneath the rubble of vacant eyes, the seed divides and climbs. As if part of a forgotten age, when business was a vice, and virtue was merely picking fruit in some patient paradise. I seek a refuge in this tree of rhyme, into its arms I climb, frightened by the terror of the sight. There will be peace with the wind and rain, the roundness of the earth and flame. This tree is more constant than I. This tree is more constant than I. I pity those without a tree, that no birth has doomed no one. For bricks are merely mud and straw, canals are just rivers one. For nature schemes in cracks and seams, waiting for a time to bloom, even down in that soot-gray town in some forgotten room. I seek refuge in this tree of rhyme, into its arms I climb, frightened by the terror of the sight. There will be peace with the wind and rain, the roundness of the earth and flame. This tree is more constant than I. This tree is more constant than I. Well, that was one of many Jack Hardy songs that were as good as Bob Dylan's, in my opinion. I miss him a lot. He used to have this thing where he'd have people come over to his house and he would do your new song. So he encouraged the whole scene more than anybody. He advanced it, he pushed it, he made it in a way that the way he wanted it to be, a big thing. And it was often a big thing with Jack. He left his house to I was going to be doing a little tour. He was often in England or in Scandinavia or something. And I was touring through there. He said, well, you can just go into my house. I never locked the door. You can use that to stay there if you like. And so I did. And when I went into his house, I discovered something and I decided to write a song about it. I even took a picture of the little thing, and it was a dead mouse. And I gave it a burial, and I even took a picture. I've been looking for the picture all over. He took a picture of it and sent it to me. The grave I made for the little mouse. I felt bad for that mouse. Anyway, Jack was because of Jack, I wrote this song. You can sing along on the chorus if you like. Oh, I've got to change change tunings. Or change modes. There we go. Ode to a Mouse. I buried a mouse that drowned in a commode. Though we weren't acquainted, I wrote it this ode. What we had in common, a man and a mouse. Well, for one thing, we were both guests of the house. Mouse, mouse. My friend was away, but left his door unlocked. Though by force of habit, politely I knocked. No one's home. Then I went inside to make use of the house, and discovered, alas, a poor drowned mouse. Mouse, mouse. I picked up the mouse by its wee tiny tail. Its wee hands and feet were piteously frail. That I mourn a stranger, you may find it odd. But you see, I believe in a beneficent God. Mouse, mouse. I fashioned a cross out of cornstalk and twine. Right there in the garden I built a small shrine. Though my choice of coffin was unorthodox, as I tucked the mouse in a Cracker Jack box. Mouse, mouse. I hope when I die there will be someone there who, though they don't know me, will tenderly care. The funeral procession was me and some birds. Though it may seem profane, I said a few words. I said, mouse, mouse, hey, mouse. There. I'm going to find that photo somewhere, and I'll put it on the next thing, the next record I do. Now I've got one more song to do, and that also, Jack put a little stamp on it. We used to go to Cornelius Street to do our new song, and I had this new song. It sounded like an old song because I came up with this melody that sounded old, and I managed to write these an old style ballad, I thought, and it became, later on, it became my good luck song. I played it for Geez, all kinds of people. Dave Van Ronk heard it first. He took me touring because of that song. Joan Baez heard it. She took it. The Roaches heard it. They recorded it. And several others did. They was just my good luck song. Eric Frandsen always. Oh, Dave Bromberg did it. And so it's been a good luck song for me. But when I first did it, Terry Roach was there. She really liked it. And then I came back the next week because Jack Hardy had jumped on me. He said, that song needs some work. You've got to, make it more this and that. And so I changed 4 verses completely. I put some these and thous in it. He said he wanted it more poetic. So since Jack could write like Bob Dylan, I thought he knew better than me, so I changed the song and I changed the words so that it was be more poetic, I thought. And so I did it the next week, and then I added another verse. I did it the next week, and gosh, Terry was there. She said, I liked it better last week. And I said, geez, maybe you're right. And so I took all Jack's changes out, the changes I had made to please him. But the thing was, because Jack got on me about it, I wrote a whole new verse, and it became my favorite verse of all the verses in this. Starts out like hounds rushing to slaughter. So when it comes around, you'll hear that. So Jack is responsible for that verse. I haven't sung this song during all these little festival things, so I looked them up. So this will be the first time I've done it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's as good luck to you as it's been to me. It's called On the Road to Fairfax County. Thank you, Jack. Once I loved an outlaw. He came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart on the road to Fairfax County. I spied a highwayman. He wanted all my money. My heart beat like a drum. I gave him all my money, and sweet he smiled at me. His beauty I took pity beneath the black oak tree. We kissed but for an hour. The sun was newly warm. The clouds were as the flowers that bloom but for a morn. He gave back all my money and bowed most gallantly. He promised for to meet me that night beneath the tree. We'd flee to some far island, and there we would be wed, and freely we would live there with no price upon his head. At night I went to meet him with my inheritance. He kissed me 'neath the half moon, joyful we did dance. Oh, love betrays all secrets. It whispers in the breeze. The sheriff, he did follow with all his deputies, like hounds rushing to slaughter the fox whose luck is run. And he stood erect and cursed them, God damn you everyone. They seized him in a fury, and heeding not my plea, they hung him from the oak tree where he made love to me. Oh, once I loved an outlaw. He came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart. Thank you. Jack always wanted me to do it slow, so I tried to do it slow tonight.
It was just beautiful. David Massagill, thank you so much. That song is part of the soundtrack to my life for sure, and I'm certain for many of us who kind of came of age during that folk boom in the 1980s in the village. Just,
It was something, wasn't it?
it really
Yeah.
was. It was quite a time, and it's still
Yeah.
going on. Maybe not
Yes.
in the village, but all around the world.
I appreciate you and Rod and everybody keeping this thing going. It's really something. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Bye-bye.
Again, thanking everybody who's been donating tonight too. You folks are really something special. These monthly get-togethers have been so beautiful to spend time with these great artists and an appreciative audience. And those of you who have supported us, we thank you. Again, for the rest of you, if you'd like to help us out, go to the website. It's greenwichvillagefolkfestival.org. You'll see ways that you can donate. And I think it's probably in the chat feature in both Facebook and YouTube as well. Well, our next artist, she is a musician, painter, journalist, educator, cartoonist, trauma-informed yoga and meditation teacher, cultural diplomat, and a community organizer. She's recorded 8 albums, and this past January, her song The Great Forgetting was the #1 song on the folk DJ charts. And for the past year, I've been involved with the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance, working as a committee member for the planning of this year's NERFA conference, which took place just a week ago in Portland, Maine. And Natalia was the conference director. And watching her organize and create a conference that was so well received and benefited our entire folk community, it really set the path for the future. I'm so impressed with everything she does. And tonight, we are all lucky to be able to experience a performance from Natalia Zuckerman.
Aw, Ron, thank you. I love you so much. So wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me back to do this. And I can't sing with my glasses on. Yeah, and I can't. What an incredible night of music. And David Massengill, we played at a festival in Wisconsin together. Like, it might have been the last century. Not quite, but it was a long time ago, and I remember being blown away by you then, blown away by you again in your kitchen tonight. So thank you so much. And, yeah. So here's a little song about just breaking wide open, because sometimes you have to go all the way to build yourself back up again. Everything is new. There's a tiny sliver of a moon painting everything silvery blue. It's just light enough. I can see you there moving above me. If you were any brighter, you would be the sun. And I'd come undone. There's not much I haven't told you. I got no new moves I'm gonna show you. I know how to unfold you and lay you down. From the beginning and through this unraveling, I saw who you were and I see who you've become. With me it's okay to come undone. But still it came to this. We became ventriloquists, throwing our voices around the room. And after a while, we were just two creepy wooden smiles. Watching it all, we were struck dumb. That's when it all came undone. So tonight in this little room, everything feels brand new. There's even a tiny sliver of a moon. And I'm watching you sleep. I forget if there's anything else I ever needed. If you know what it is, could you leave me some for the next time? The next time, for the next time, or the next time, the next time. We come undone, and we come undone, and then we come on, and then we come undone, and then we come on. Done. Ooh. course, now my dog is getting restless. She's been quiet all evening. Now she's like, why aren't we going to bed? It's past 8:30. Oh. Yeah. Nerfa was 1 week ago, Ron. Can you believe it? Have you recovered? Still in the process of recovering. It's, for those of you who don't know what it is, Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. Basically, 500 musicians show up at a Holiday Inn in Portland, Maine, and turn it into a camp. And stay up all night playing songs. It's so incredibly fun. And it was a real honor to be the director, along with Ron and an incredible team of people, putting together the panels and panel speakers and showcasers. It was a lot and amazing. Feels good to play a little music now again too. This next song is a song I wrote about a firefighter. I heard this story about a firefighter who was setting fire to things just to put them out, and it was something I could relate to at the time. And the song has stuck with me though, and it's sort of changed meaning over time, which I guess are the songs that stick. And right now, it's just it's a reminder to me to look to yourself to be your own true north. When we look to other people or to our leaders, it's terribly disappointing. So this is a song called Hero.
Round the lines of your property, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your family. You watch them all fade away. Yeah. Why do you need a hero who's only gonna disappoint you? You've been following a broken arrow, making circles around your heart, looking for a new place to start. Never meant to do anybody harm, made sure the house was safe on the family farm. And the colors go from red to charcoal black. Is that what makes you wanna come back in the end? You wanna watch it all fade away. Yeah. Why do you need a hero who's only gonna disappoint you? You've been following a broken arrow, making circles around your heart, looking for a new place to start. With a matchbook in my hand, more like a calling than a plan. Does it make me any less of a man? If you hear me say, start with a matchbook in my hand, more like a calling than a plan. Does it make me any less of a man? If you hear me say, I will not be your hero, I cannot be your hero, I will not be your hero. I'm just looking for, I cannot be your hero, I cannot be your
wasn't gonna play this one, but now I'm feeling it. One of our keynote speakers at this conference was Garnett Rogers, great Garnett. And I had the great spoiling misfortune and fortune of getting to tour with Garnett back when I first started touring. And I was kind of ruined, you know what I mean? Because I opened for him for weeks. 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, a 6-week tour at one point. Got to listen to that every night. And it was just, it was so incredible. He was such an incredible guide for me. So to get to invite him to come and share his wisdom with us was such a dream. I have a couple voice messages from Garnett that I will save forever, and at the end of one of them he says, "Hope you're keeping it between the ditches." And that made it into this song, which is a little bit of a New Year's song. So I'll end with this one, and thank you so much. Thank you to all the people who organized this, Rod and Ron, and I'm sure there's a fiefdom of people working to make this happen. Thank you for having me back. One more spin around the sun, the difference of a year. I've been living like I'm on the run, but I keep ending up back here. Keeping it in between the ditches, having the most fun I can, on the search for the world's best sandwich. I never said I had lofty plans. My plan was you, your plan was me. And with all those people listening, we said always, always, all those ways you do. We said always. Is that something you undo? All the times we drove out west into the tyranny of the setting sun, I said, so close your eyes and rest. Even soldiers get to sleep some. That's how you needed me to see you, full of bravery. Nothing has more fragility than saying always, always, all those ways you do. Some things we rely, like when things get hard, you throw your hands up in the sky, and there is no you, there is no me, there's only stars witnessing always, so much,
Thank you.
everybody. Thanks, Ron.
Thank you, Natalia Zuckerman. Wow. It's so good to hear you making music again. Um, just brilliant. You are a treasure. And again, thank you for everything you did with NERFA.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I mentioned, and you heard Natalia talking about the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance Conference. At that conference, I had the pleasure of hosting a panel discussion along with the legendary Betsy Siggins, one of the originals of Club 47 and later Passim and so much others. We did a discussion called Wisdom of the Elders, which Sonny Oaks first began at NERFA. And this year our guests were the brothers Chuck and Steve Romanoff of Schooner Fair, and also our next guest, Tom Rush. Wow. Starting during the folk revival of the 60s in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Tom was credited by Rolling Stone magazine with ushering in the era of the singer-songwriter. And in addition to his own songs, such as No Regrets that have become classics, Tom was also instrumental in introducing the songs of artists like Joni Mitchell, Jackson Browne, James Taylor, and others to a growing audience. And he continues to write, perform, and record. And in fact, his latest album, Gardens Old, Flowers New, it climbed the folk charts early this year and continues to receive airplay on folk radio all across the country. And we are so lucky and honored to have him with us tonight. Please welcome the one and only Tom Rush.
Thank you. I'm very apprehensive that you make me follow somebody who can play guitar like Natalia. That's upsetting. And the wisdom of the elders, being invited to that, I think there's a couple of mistakes being made there. I'm only 23, and I'm pretty dumb too. I'm gonna actually do you a song from that brand new album. Louis Lewis did a baby song about a baby he didn't have, and this is one about a baby I did have. She's now just turned 25, but this is when she was little.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom. Do you have musician sound on in the upper corner of your screen?
I should do. I thought I did. Hang on. Oh, it turned itself off. I had it on, and it turned itself off. Is that better? Song about my daughter Sienna. Oh, Sienna baby's dancing, arms are waving, feet are prancing, to a music only she can hear. Round and round the room she goes, follows where her music flows, a laughing shining bubble in the air. And oh, Sienna baby's eating, at her feet a dog is waiting, hoping for a treat, or maybe two. Spaghetti, Jell-O, Cheerios, tomato soup and ice cream cone. The room's a different place when she's through. No, Sienna, where's your nose? Where's your fingers? Where's your toes? And how the time it goes and flows away. No, Sienna, precious moments. Oh, how soon you'll be a woman. Today's so long ago and far away. Sienna's playing in the garden. She loves to watch the sky for airplanes. She laughs and claps and waves and cries bye-bye. This garden's old, the flowers new. A flash of sunlight in the dew. A light so bright can bring tears to your eyes. And oh, Sienna baby's bathing. Ducks and turtles, frogs are swimming. Laughing, splashing bubbles all around. And oh, Sienna baby's reading. Pooh and Tigger, Bert and Ernie. It's better when the book is upside down. No, Sienna, where's your nose? Where's your fingers? Where's your toes? Now the time it goes and flows away. No, Sienna, precious moments. Oh, how soon you'll be a woman. Today's so long ago and far away. And oh, Sienna, baby's sleeping, and how I wonder what she's dreaming. Dogs and ducks and planes and ice cream cones. And in its sleep the baby's dancing. I can almost hear her music. The whole world's spinning, twirling round and round. Tomorrow's coming on an airplane. We will meet it in the morning. And we shall see what presents it might bring. And we shall see what we shall see. And it will be what it will be. And until then, my darling, dance and dream. And oh, Sienna, where's your nose? Where's your fingers? Where's your toes? And how the time it goes and flows away. And oh, Sienna, precious moments. Oh, how soon you'll be a woman. Today's so long ago and far away. Far away and long ago, and so the story's often told. It always starts with once upon a time. And I'll pray it ends with ever after. Lots of music, love, and laughter. A laughing, shining baby by your side. And oh, Sienna, where's your nose? Where's your fingers? Where's your toes? And how the time it goes and flows away. Thank you, thank you. It's a song, I said it's a song I wrote when she was a baby, and I kind of put it aside. I didn't think anybody else would be interested in it except the immediate family. Turns out I was wrong again. Okay, this is a, well, let's see here. Miranda Hardy did a drinking song. And this is kind of it's kind of a love song, but it's also a drinking song. It's a different kind of love song. I haven't recorded this one yet, but I'm kind of fond of it. It's called It Takes a Whole Lot of Liquor to Like Her. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. That's why I drink all the time. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. When I'm liquored up, I like her just fine. She wants to tell me where to go, tell me what to do, tell me what to eat and how loud I can chew. She even wants to tell me what thoughts I should think. It used to drive me crazy till it drove me to drink. It takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. That's why I drink all the time. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. When I'm liquored up, I liquor just fine. She's such a pretty thing, she thinks she's heaven sent, but she's a quarrelsome kind. She likes an argument. She can yell all day, scold all night, sit there smiling just high as a kite. It takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. That's why I drink all the time. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. When I'm liquored up, I like her just fine. This drinking buddy of mine, he married a girl. Now he thinks she's the meanest woman in the world. I saw her pretty picture. I said, you're poking fun. And then when I met her, I said, pour me one. He said, a whole lot of liquor to like her. So I drink all the time. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. When I'm liquored up, I like her just fine. Now you may look down your nose at me, think I'm a sorry old SOB, but the only way I'm giving up my drinking glass is if I can find a way to get her off my back. Takes a whole lot of liquor to like her. That's why I drink all the time. Takes a whole lot of liquor to liquor. When I'm liquored up, I liquor just fine. When I'm liquored up, I liquor just fine. I like that one. I like that. Let's see. Okay, this goes back a long way. This is a song I wrote. I think this is maybe the third song I ever wrote. And it had a little bit of it's called No Regrets. And it's entirely made up. I probably shouldn't tell you this. But it's a song about the end of a long love affair. And I wrote it about the end of a weekend-long love affair. My soon-to-be girlfriend came up from New York City to Cambridge and spent the weekend with me. And I'd never spent that much time with anybody before. 3 days and nights. And I took her back to Logan Airport on Monday morning to fly back to New York. And it felt strange walking away alone. And so I went back to my apartment and wrote the song. And actually, the first person I sang it for was Judy Collins. I was having tea with Judy in her flat in New York. And I got up my nerve and I got out my guitar and I played No Regrets for her. And there was a long silence, and she asked me if I'd like another cup of tea. And I didn't do the song for about a year after that because I figured it was a flop. I finally figured out she was just overwhelmed with emotion. But it's the one song of mine that's been recorded by a lot of other people. Emmylou Harris has a really pretty version. I think that's where Waylon Jennings got it. I don't know where Harry Belafonte got it. I just learned that he did it. Olivia Newton-John did it. And there was a band in England called the Walker Brothers who had a huge hit with it. Put my first two kids through college. And off of that hit, there was a heavy metal version that was so ponderous the guy could only get 2 verses into an 8-minute cut. There was a hip-hop version that I did not recognize when somebody played it for me. And this band from Ireland, some band called You Something, did it. I actually heard an interview with Bono, and the interviewer said, "So you're covering No Regrets?" And Bono says, "Yeah, that's Scott Walker. He's a genius." I said, "Excuse me, over here." Anyway, it goes like this. I know your leaving's too long overdue. For far too long I've had nothing new to show to you. Goodbye, dry eyes, I watched your plane fade off west of the moon, and it felt so strange to walk away alone. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. Don't want you back, we'd only cry again. Say goodbye again. The hours that were yours echo like empty rooms. The thoughts we used to share I now keep alone. Woke last night and spoke to you, not thinking you were gone, and it felt so strange to lie awake alone. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. Don't want you back, we'd only cry again. Say goodbye friends have tried to turn my nights to day. And strange faces in your place can't keep the ghosts away. Now just beyond the darkest hour, and just behind the dawn, still feels so strange to lead my life along. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. Don't want you back. We'd only cry again. Say goodbye again.
Yeah.
There you go. Interrupted, no regrets.
Hey, well, how about another encore? Since you came back, would you mind doing one more for us?
Oh, I suppose so.
Oh, thank you.
Since you asked me so nicely.
You know, Tom, when we do the archive for our website, we're gonna splice those together, and no one will ever know.
Hopefully it'll be seamless. I do want to mention a couple of things. Get folks to go to my website, tomrush.com, because there's a couple of things going on there. First of all, there's the new album, which I think is my best yet. Gardens Old, Flowers New. It's an LP and CD. This time I didn't do the 8-track tape. But also, I've got a series going on called Rockport Sundays. It's a video series. We post a little 15-minute episode every Sunday morning. They stay up for 8 weeks, but it's me and a guest. I've had all kinds of people on, a lot of newcomers, people I've never heard of but are really, really good. And it takes me back to when I was the first to record Joni Mitchell and James Taylor and Jackson Browne. Anyway, check out Rockport Sundays. Let's see, what song was I going to do? Oh yeah, this is the last song on the new album. It's called I Quit. That's it, I quit. I'm out of here, I'm gone. Out the door and down the road. I do believe I'm done. I'm done, I'm gone. And this is me waving bye-bye. This fire's gone out, the stove's stone cold, and I got fish to fry. I can't find the love, can't feel the thrill. If there's hell to pay, oh, send me the bill. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, 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 gone. That's it, I quit. I'm out of here just like that. I'm fresh out of reasons why I should take this crap. I think I'll slide on down the road. Won't be coming by no more. But don't be bothered, hey, don't get up. I can find the door. I can't find the love, can't feel the thrill. If there's hell to pay, ooh, send me the bill. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, 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 gone. You better bet I'm gonna jet. Right now ain't soon enough. They say the tough get going when the going gets tough. But don't be acting so surprised. You're reaping what you've been sowing. What I'm saying, what I mean, I got the urge for going. I can't find the love, can't feel the thrill. If there's hell to pay, oh, send me the bill. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, 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 gone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Tom Rush, thank you.
It's been fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. What a great evening it was. And again, thanks to Tom Rush, Natalia Zuckerman, David Massengill, Walt Michael, Kat Goldman, Friction Farm, Alex Radis, Miranda Hardy, Louie Lou Lewis, Tenny Rain, and Dave Rowe. And again, our thanks to the producers Rod MacDonald and Ray Mysick, along with Andrea Klosky and John Ziola, who's done an amazing job putting this all together.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Rod. One more time. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get rid of the echo, but I don't think it's. I have
That's because your mic is
so.
on. That's why you're hearing
No,
that.
it's but there's nothing coming out of my speakers, so it's not me. Hey, Tom, are you touring at all this year? You got to turn your mic on.
I'm touring a lot. I've got 8 shows in a row coming right up. Go to tomrush.com, click on shows. There's a drop-down menu. But I'm all over the place. I've just got back from California and Arizona and Toronto and North Carolina. It's my 63rd annual farewell tour. I just figured out.
Are you doing this with Matt Nakoa?
A lot of them are with Matt. And Matt also was the producer on this new album.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he's not only a fabulous guitar player, piano player, singer, songwriter, but he's also a great producer. And he's on a lot of these shows. He's getting very busy on his own, it's about time. The guy should be playing stadiums. And some of the time I'm working solo, and some of the time I'm working with another guy named Seth Gleer, who is also a brilliant
Oh, we've had Seth in 2 or 3 of our festival concerts here. He's a
great.
very fine musician.
He's
yes.
great.
Oh, that's great. Off the top of your head, can you just sort of remember where any of the dates are in case anybody listening would like to come?
This Thursday, I'm in Portland, Maine, at a place called One Longfellow Square. Then Shirley, Mass. On Friday at a place called the Bull Run. Saturday, Northampton, Mass. At a place called Bombyx. Then 2 shows in New London, New Hampshire at the Flying Goose, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And then 3 nights in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at the Cotuit Center for the Arts down on the Cape. And then on the 15th, I go down to Memphis to do a show. It's all on tomrush.com. Check it out.
Okay. Any other areas of the country? You know.
I'll be in Florida. I can't remember when exactly because that's a couple of months out. I think it's February. I've got a bunch of shows in Florida, and as I said, I just got back from California and Arizona, so I won't be going back there right away.
Can I ask you one other question? Do you ever still play the Panama Limited?
You know, I've been thinking about that. I haven't done that for quite a while, and I'm thinking it's about time to get it back into rotation. Book of White's fabulous blues song about a train.
Do you? I'm just curious about the process. Do you, if somebody asked you to play it, you know, like right now, could you, or do you feel like you have to work it up?
You know, I don't know. Motor memory goes a long way. I think I could probably, get it probably 97.5% right.
Give me a taste. Can you give me a taste?
I don't have a guitar in the right tuning.
Oh, you don't have it in the tuning?
No. And I don't have a slide at hand, so
yeah.
I can't accommodate you on that.
Well,
one.
maybe Natalia could loan you hers, but I don't know how that would work online.
That would be a treat.
Well, thanks. So, you're headlining our last concert for a while. I don't know if this is your first time here, and it's our last Greenwich Village Folk Festival for a little while. We're starting to take a little time off, but we'll probably do some more shows in the coming months, but we're just going to take our time putting them together.
Well, I'm honored.
It's been great having you here with us, and thanks so much for being here. And my best regards to Jim Musselman, also at your record label at Appleseed.
Okay, yeah.
That's where people can find your CD, right? The LP and CD, Appleseed Records.
Appleseed Records, also available at tomrush.com.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's also streaming all over the place. So if you're a streaming kind of person, go ahead, stream it. The first song on the album was actually the #1 song on Margaritaville radio for months and months.
What song is that?
It's called Sailing.
Mm-hmm.
It was the #1 song, except for a couple of tunes by some guy named Jimmy Buffet, something like that.
Yeah. Well, Tom, great to have you with us, and thanks so much. Ron, you want to step in here and kind of wish
Sure.
everybody a good night?
All right. Thanks again. As I was saying.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank
Our
you.
Thanks
Thanks for
to
having
all
me.
the artists who are appearing here tonight, to Rod MacDonald, Ray Mysick, Andrea Klosky, John Ziola, and of course, thanks to everybody out there who have supported us and donated to our tip jar. We will be back, not every month, but we have some shows planned, as Rod was saying. So we're going to take a little hiatus, a little break, but keep watching. Go to our archives, and if I can put in a plug for folkmusicnotebook.com, where you can hear the finest folk for 24 hours a day. And also, we have a new YouTube channel at Folk Music Notebook, so check that out as well. I want to wish you all a very happy holiday season. Best wishes for the new year. We'll see you again in 2025 sometime. And remember, wherever you go, make sure you carry a song in your heart. Take care, everybody.